Hey, Tubies, this is Bob Hickman. It is so rocking to be here with you. Well, here we are, Tuesday, and that means time for messages from the spirit world. I'm so glad you guys came out. Before we get into everything, I want to say real quick thank you to all of you who came into yesterday's video, which was on the mystical Sun Lord. And if you didn't see that, check it out. We talk about the various sun gods, the solar gods, and worship of that Lord and how wonderful he is. And today I'm looking out my window here, and I tell you the light is bright. So the Sun Lord is risen. As I said yesterday, they call him Sol Invictus, which means the unconquered sun. And I think the sun is wonderful. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. Bear with me. I'm losing my voice a little bit today. But we're going to go through the letters here. Now, for those of you who are new here, this is something I do every week, messages from the spirit world. It does not cost anything, absolutely free. You can just put comments in the box below, ask your questions, or you can write to me at my website, robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link below. And I just grab a bunch of letters each week, and we see where the spirit leads. So I'm so glad you're here. Well, before we get into the letters, though, let's just take a moment and attune to the spirit world. Okay. I hear my spirit guide Fletcher back here. He says hello to all of you. All right, our first letter today is from Shadowlander. Hello, Shadowlander. Shadowlander writes, it says, Dear Bob, who are some of my guides? Well, Shadowlander, actually, you have a whole bunch of guides around you. You're pretty tuned in. The average person has about 30 to 40 guides. I tell you, I can't see all of them all the time. I just get a few, though, that pop in here. One of the guides that you have around you, I keep picking up a name. I'm trying to hear it. It's a name. It sounds like a Indian name. Red Hawk is a Native American name, Red Hawk. He's around you. He's kind of one of your guardian spirits. And I feel like he's opening some doorways here, particularly in psychic development for you. You did have a previous life as a Native American, so that's where I believe that you have the connection. I don't know that you knew him in that life, but he definitely feels a connection to you because you have a native spirit. I also get around you St. Anthony. The saint, he was a Franciscan monk. He's also around you as well. He keeps holding out books here, so I feel like there's some reading that he wants you to do. I get the sense this is like spiritual reading. Not just the Bible, but it could involve the Bible, but reading books of the ancient mysteries, the spiritual truths. So if you want to do more spiritual reading and exploration, definitely call on St. Anthony. He's working with you as well. So you've got Red Hawk around you, and you've got St. Anthony. There's some of your guides. Okay, hope that helps. Blessings to you. Our next letter is from Pam OPC. Hello, Pam. Pam writes and says, Dear Psychic Bob, do the spirits have any messages for me? Hi, Pam. Right now as I'm stepping into your vibration, I get a few different colors around you here. I get a little bit of yellow light, I get some pink light, and I get some silver light here. Yellow light around you tells me that your mind is open to new beginnings. I feel like over this last year you've been doing a lot of real deep kind of spiritual work and work on yourself. I feel it's kind of like you've had to pick yourself up by your bootstraps, as they say, and just keep going forward. Pink light around you tells me there's some emotional healing. I feel like you crossed through a challenging time here over the last year, maybe few years here with the relationship area. But you've got a clear pink light, which tells me that energetically you're opening a new chapter here in the area of romance. And I got to tell you, I do feel like there's somebody around you or just about entering your life. This may be very recent. It's kind of hard to tell when I'm that close, but I get somebody literally entering your energy field here. And I feel like there's a beginning about the start of a relationship. And it feels like this is somebody who's very kind and gentle, and they're open to learning and growing. I pick up around this person that they've also kind of come through a challenging time in the relationship area. And so both of you want to take this slow. I'm getting an open energy and communication, and it seems like each side's going to help each other. You also have some silver light here, which tells me there's going to be some more money coming into the household here. And I feel like over the next 2 to 3 months here, I do pick up financial growth opportunities, possibly either a promotion or a new job offer around you. And I also get around you a lot of beautiful sky blue and royal blue light. And I feel like this is dealing with communications, particularly in the family now. I feel like there's going to be kind of some healing communication. I feel that you may have had some struggles also with like family members, and I get that struggle lessening, and I feel like there's a greater unity in the family. So I think you're at a point of a lot of change right now, and I would encourage you, keep thinking about your vision of the future. What do you want? Keep putting that energy out there. Keep walking forward. I see you succeeding, and honestly, I see happier times ahead. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. Our next letter is from Lady Angela. Lady Angela, you slipped one in again. You know Lady Angela, she's the high priestess of the Order of the Purple Cord. All right. Well, Lady Angela writes and she says, Dear Psychic Bob, I'm having some strange reoccurring dreams. Can you provide me any insight on this? Hi, Lady Angela. You know, it's interesting. When I step into your vibration, I do get what I call dream cloud activity around you. And I feel like what's happening is you're at a crossroads on your spiritual journey right now, and your material journey. And what's happening is you're making steps right now. What I'm seeing is I'm seeing growth around you in the money area. And I feel like what's happening here is energetically I'm getting dreams come in that are dealing with loss of some sort. And a feeling of almost frustration. It's like going in circles. And what I pick up around this is I feel like there's some issues. I want to go back like even 20 years to your childhood here. And I feel like right now what's happening is you're having some fear-based energy rise where you're starting to receive blessings, but on a soul level, you're terrified because you're feeling like if I start to have anything, then I have to lose it. And I want you to let go of fear. I don't see loss around you now, but I do feel like part of what's happening is you're cleansing out what I want to call almost like deep-seated trauma. And somewhere in your soul journey, your history, I feel as if somebody gave you the concept that you're not allowed to expect anything, or that you shouldn't have anything, or if you do have it, don't get attached because it's going away right away. I don't see that. I feel you're at a crossroads where now you're at a place in your life where you've worked hard, you're receiving blessings, and I see security there. I don't see upheaval. I don't see disruption. But I feel like what's happening is when I step into this dream cloud, I'm getting a lot of energy of past trauma. And I want you to literally, what you do every day is literally close your eyes, especially after you get up, breathe out. And I want you to see yourself breathing out black smoke. Black smoke is pain and trouble and stuff that you've pushed down into you. And as you breathe that out, and then you breathe in, I want you to breathe in beautiful golden white light. Golden white light is the highlight of vibration of blessing, the light of spirit. And so what you're doing is you're releasing that trauma, and you're giving yourself permission to receive good energy. And I think that these dreams, actually are good. Don't worry about them. They're just part of the healing process, okay? And they're your mind's way of telling you, let go of the trauma and receive blessing, okay? Hope that gives you some insight. Thanks for writing. Our next letter is from Stacks Pain. Hi, Stacks Pain. Hey, Bob. I've been having a strong calling towards the craft. Wonderful. Or spiritual work. I would like to know which spirit guides are best for me. Thanks. You know, Stacks, when I step into your vibration, I have to tell you, this is going to sound funny, but I get UFO activity around you. And I don't know if you've ever seen a UFO or you've been drawn to them, but I do pick up that you have some alien guides. Some of the aliens are very advanced. They're very spiritual, and they do a lot of mind-to-mind work. And I get Palladians around you. I'm getting a council of, I'm going to call it like Palladian elders. I get like 5 of them. And I feel like they're helping prepare you to step into a bigger role in terms of your spirituality. What I'd like you to do is every day, I want you just to spend 5 minutes in meditation. And if you can, look outside, look at, at the sky, look at the stars at night, look at the sun during the day. I want you to get a sense of that you may have a connection to people that are, in a sense, out there. Because I feel like over this next year around you, your spiritual focus is going to have an element that almost has a channeling aspect to it. I feel like this Palladian council of elders wants to bring messages through you. They want to write through you. They want to speak through you. And I really see your spiritual work taking a side where it's really a lot of, enlightened information that's coming from perhaps a master race of people. And so I want you to be open to that because I'm seeing you step into your greater power. Now, in terms of the craft, absolutely as well. It's not a conflict of am I spiritualist or am I Wiccan? It's really both because you have a lot of spiritual gifts that are more towards what I would say spiritualism. But I also pick up some past life undercurrents here that I feel are connected to your draw to Wicca as well. I do feel you've had a past life as a Wiccan. I want to go back to Victorian England, I think the 1800s. They keep showing me you lived in a really cool, big, like kind of castle. You're a member of the nobility, but you had a great library and you studied magic. And so you have in your soul memory a connection to remembering occult studies and looking at crystal balls and casting spells. So that's definitely part of you. But I do feel like, I want you to be open to the Palladian Council and also be open to, you might want to explore past life regression because I feel like tapping into that past life in England is going to help you really get back into the craft in a bigger way in this life. Okay, hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from John Evans, and John writes and says, Hi, Bob. Hi, John. I was wondering what past lives I've had and who are my spirit guides. Good question. Well, like I said earlier, we have all of us about 30 to 40 guides. I generally can't see all of them. I mean, if we sat down for a full hour, I might, but even then, I don't always get all of them. But the ones I do get around you, you have a guide. He's interesting. He has a connection to the pyramids. He's a tour guide from the late 1800s. His name is Mustafa. He's an Egyptian, and I believe that you actually had a previous life in Egypt during the 1800s, late 1800s. You were actually a British person. I believe you're an archaeologist, actually, and you worked at exploring the tombs of the pharaohs and the pyramids and the ancient cities. So you have a kind of a deep connection to Egypt from the 1880s, 1890s. And I believe this Mustafa was an assistant of yours, a friend, a guide. He would take you to all the places, but in spirit now, he's guiding you, okay? I also pick up another past life. I want to go back, about 100 years even before that, where you were actually a British soldier You were in Canada during the Revolutionary time period. And I believe that you were literally, a British soldier stationed in Canada, kind of guarded the border. I don't know that you actually came down to the States and fought the soldiers here, but I do know that you had a great love for England and the Empire. And that was very much an adventuring life. You traveled all over Canada, and as a soldier, you did do some other travels. I think you went to India and some other places in Africa. So that was a fascinating life. But that's one of your other past lives. But I get the name Mustafa as your predominant guide right now. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from the Twista Strings. That's a great name. They write, they said, Dear Bob, can I get involved in the messages? Of course you can. This is for everybody. I wonder what they have for me. I want to know who my guides are and how to help bring them in. Twista Strings, as I step into your frequency right now, I'm getting around you a lot of flashing bright white light, and I get some yellow and silver here. What this tells me energetically, you're at a crossroads right now. And I want you to watch. It looks like the month of September is a significant turning point for you here. I feel like that there may be an issue of a move coming for you, or some type of like new beginning. It's interesting when I step into your vibration closer, I feel like you're going through a period of healing here. And I feel like this last year you've really been doing a lot of soul work, and you're in a place where you're ready to start new now. And I feel like, as I said, September's an important month for you. I keep picking up around you a guy named Johan. I believe he's connected to Holland. He was a Dutchman. And he keeps showing me rings on his hand. I feel like he was a mystic, like he would look into his rings and he would do readings. And he was very mystical like that, So he's around you, helping you opening your psychic gifts. And it's interesting, there may even be travel to Holland specifically, or another country in Europe. But I feel like that's connected also to some past life stuff. You may have actually had a life. Fletcher said you did. He said you have a past life linked to Holland. So Johan is, like a teacher for you of the mystic arts. I also get around you a tall gentleman. He's glowing with light. His name is Hilarion. He's an ascended master. And I feel like he's coming in to help you regulate energies. It's almost like you're letting go of a lot of pain, a lot of struggle, and you're now ready to receive light. So Hilarion is around you as one of your guides. So you have Johan, you have Hilarion. Those are the two I get right now. But I do see a lot of change here. I feel September's a good month for you, and you're going to get a lot of blessings. Okay, hope that helps. Thanks for writing. Well, listen, guys, Psychic Bob has a full day of private readings, so that's all I'm going to be able to do today. But I'm so glad that you're here. Listen, I hope that, if you're new here, you'll kind of stay part of us and join us. Stay here and, like this, favorite, hit subscribe, be part of the community. It doesn't cost anything, and you'll get updates and you'll be able to know whenever anything's posted. And for those of you who are new here, I do post videos every day, 7 days a week. So if you subscribe, you'll get the updates when they come out. Okay, I'd sure love you to be here. Also, if you haven't done so, pop over to my website, and I'll put the link below, robert-hickman.com, and get your free daily horoscopes. Every day I post horoscopes there, 7 days a week, and I cover all 12 zodiac signs. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to register. There's no, anything. It's free. You just go there and get your horoscope. And if you don't know what your sign is, I do give all the signs, the birth dates. So after each sign, you'll see the date ranges. And when you find the sign that has your birth date range, your birthday falls in the range, that's your sign. Okay, hope that helps. Well, guys, listen, thanks for being here. I love you guys. Keep it here. We'll be back here tomorrow. We're going to have Wiccan Wednesday. And I'm going to do some more, continue like we did last week, talking about my personal journey in Wicca, my experiences, my thoughts, my beliefs. And I hope you'll be here for that tomorrow on Wednesday for Wiccan Wednesday. In the meantime, hit subscribe, get your horoscopes, and be part of Spirit Channel. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Blessings to you. Oh, and of course, next week, we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.